Well, hello guys, welcome back. You guys know I'm kind of a Pittsburgh girl, so you know I'm very well aware of the mass shooting that happened in the synagogue. Saturday is their holy day, like it is ours, and one of the first things I did, other than being angry and having a good cry, because I feel compassion for any god when their people get hurt. I don't care which god it is, it has to hurt. I said to Loki, I said, I'm putting this shooter in your hands. I said, I've had enough of this in this country. And he was like, okay. And he told me something. He said, don't think that just the God involved, the God whose synagogue or mosque or church or circle or whatever it is, sees this. I said, hmm. He said, all the gods notice when you humans do things to each other. We notice, we see. And he also reminded me, he said, there's every likelihood that every person in that, synagogue, they had other gods who were interested in them. Maybe they never approached these people. Maybe they were content to let them worship the way they felt like they should worship. He said they all had pagan gods somewhere. Remember, technically Yahweh's a pagan god. There's many gods and goddesses in his pantheon. So, we were talking about that back and forth. And he says, the other gods will get involved. And he said it goes the other way too. If it was a pagan event and violence happened, it isn't like their god wouldn't get involved. And I just say their god to simplify things. Everybody can have any god they want. It's not like you have to pick and choose. You have to have our gods or their god. You can have them all. And we wanted to remind you as pagans, we can actually do a lot. You can donate to communities when they need it. You can volunteer. You don't have to show up and announce you're pagan. That may not go over too well. You can just show up and volunteer. You can donate. You can donate blood. People are donating blood right now. You can donate to the families. You can donate to whatever community thing is set up. It's the same thing with any other kind of tragedy. We can step forward as a community and help. We don't have to announce we're pagan. Some people will. Some people will do it because they think it acts as an ambassador thing. For me personally, it won't be a big deal for them to know a Lokean did it. And so we thought, well, one of the things we can do is start spreading some love around. So we had some points saved up, so we did some more for the Special Olympics, because Bing's running a year-long thing to see if they can donate like so many millions of points to Special Olympics, which will be a huge sum of money. And we're like, yeah, we're doing all we can to help support that. So, you can get out there in the community and you can do something. And violence towards violence isn't going to help things. Us shooting each other in the streets is not going to help things. More violence is just going to beget more violence. This is obviously scary. The synagogues went on lockdown. Other places went on lockdown. There were coffee shops that went on lockdown. They have to make very, very sure that this guy, did he plant bombs? Does he have a confederate? Is he part of a larger group? They don't know. So, you can do good in response to evil. When you see these things, you are totally free to light a candle for them. We did. We felt compassion for them. They're human beings. Loki's care and compassion towards people doesn't stop at the edge of his territory. You know what I mean? Loki loves all human beings more or less. Some really piss him off, like people like the shooter, but he loves all human beings more or less. Most gods do. So, it's totally within our environs to light a candle and pray for people. It doesn't just have to be a Christian thing or a Buddhist thing or a Muslim thing or a Jewish thing or whatever other religion. It can be our thing too. We can pray for people. We can pray that they cross over safely. We can pray that they're with their God and that they're being comforted and that their families are being comforted. Because it's going to be a long, scary time ahead for them. Sadly, this has become the norm. I was trying to keep saying that it wasn't the norm, but I'm like, yeah, this is sadly the norm. Gun violence is now a daily event all over the world, and I'm not just talking about war-torn areas. I'm talking about, it's now a part of daily life where we flip a coin when we walk out the door. But don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. The tides have to turn. We can live in eras of relative peace, which we have, and then we enter eras of violence, which we're currently enduring now, and then we'll go back to peace. It swings both ways. Better times are coming. So, just hang in there, guys, and remember that, we as Lokeans have to have a higher standard for ourselves. We can't jump around and be like those other people who, they had to disable comments on these things because the far-right nutters came out of the closet in jubilation. We can't be like those people. I don't care how much you hate someone, killing them is never the answer. It's not. Violence is never the answer. It's not, unless, like I said, I don't know if I said this recording, if they're breaking into your house, trying to kill you with an axe, then yes, you can use violence, and you can use violence and more, obviously. But other than that, no. So, just hang in there, guys. Keep these people in your thoughts and prayers. Keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers that's, suffering right now. It's a damn shame what we've done to this planet as a species, and it's up to us to fix it. We can't just, sit here and wait for the gods to do something. We have two hands for a reason. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.